Well, I am back. I'm back. Better days, right? Praying for better days. It's all about having better days, but I feel like I'm gonna make it through this, even with the threats over my life. Even with the threats over my life, I honestly feel like I'm gonna make it through this. I'm gonna make it through this. I have no choice. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna keep surviving. Hello, all is well. I was just on here and releasing. It's very therapeutic to me to get on here and talk to y'all, like people that give me motivation, people that's helping me behind the scenes. This is very motivational and therapeutic to myself, because as I unscramble my memories, I'm just recalling the things that I recall and how I want to save the next child life. The next child is going through this, because we need to save the children as far as how we're going to raise the next generation up to be. We don't want our daughters, our sons to be consumed by this Jezebel spirit and Jezebel daughter spirit that's consuming everybody at this moment. We don't want no shooters, no drug dealers, no murderers for sons. Like, we need to motivate our children to let them know that they're more than what the culture is creating, what the culture is doing. Like, to the parents that are having one single parent household, or to the households where the grandmothers or the grandfathers or the aunties have to take care of these other children. And it's about the love that we give these children, because love is not always at home, especially these black communities. I can't stress that enough. Like, love is not at home. Like, you are told to fight with your family, love your family, and stuff like that against the streets. But in the house, sometimes, in my experience growing up in a black household, in my experience growing up in a black household, we was taught not to trust each other. We was taught not to never, like, my grandmother taught me and my sisters never to leave our sister around our man. Like, these are things like they taught us. So when we grow up, we still act the way we are taught. I ain't never really had guidance. I had to be my own guy, like my own guidance. And they used the Bible to control me. As far as, like, you stay a virgin till you're married. If you lose your virginity, you become a whore, and you listen to your children, you love your parents, even if they're messed up towards you. It's just like stuff that you deal with at home. And they taught my family taught about the streets. How the streets was gonna eat me up, how the streets was gonna kill me, how the streets wasn't gonna never love me. But when I was running away and I left the house at a young age, I was in search for love. The love I wasn't getting at home. The love I wasn't getting at home, I looked for it in the streets. And I found myself in even more messed up situations. But I was also always taught never bring the streets home. But my soul hurt for children, because in my community, I cut hair and I do a lot of kids' hair in my community for free. Like, I'm good at what I do, but here and there, I give away some free haircuts and some free hairstyles. And it's mostly to kids that I'm doing this for. Like, I charge them $10, and the next time they come, I'll be like, it's free. I want to help build characters up. I am building people around me. I built them up. You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel so down and so low. Hello. I just don't like it. Looking at a child, or I don't like how my life was. If I didn't do something, if I didn't clean up, if I talked back, or if I said what was on my mind and it was correct, I would have to get put out. Like, she made me sleep outside. So I got tired of that. I got tired of sleeping outside. Like, so me going to people that abused me, it was normal. It felt like home. Me being abused felt like home. Not to this age of being 33, 34, well, 34 now. Not to this age. I learned to accept life for what it is. You take the bad with the good, you take the good with the bad, and how I lived my life. When I was away from home and I was trafficked, I was a dope fiend. They had me on drugs really, 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 really bad. And I knew that's not my life. My life was to be a star. My life was to help people. My life was to heal people. So how did I shake from being a dope fiend? I just knew within that that's not my life. That's not me. I was forced to be gay. I was forced to do drugs, and I knew that's not how I wanted to live my life. Now, I have smoked cannabis before, but like, I'm talking about heavy drugs as far as cocaine, mollies, mushrooms, all them drugs. No, my mind is not. I have so many dope fiends in my family. My mind, I already know that I will be fucked up if I was hooked on them drugs. But when I was trafficked and they was doing the things they wanted to do, they had me hooked on drugs. I was a fiend. Yeah, like, you want to marry actors. I used to fantasize about marrying actors and wanting to be with them. And yes, it happens a lot to people in my neighborhood that I still live in to this day. It does happen a lot. I see it's raining outside. A mother be mad at her daughter, put her out with no shoes, no jacket, no nothing. Sports bra and pajama pants. That hurts my heart. It hurts my heart that these mothers that have children and they don't love their kids. They just keep having babies. Reminds you of a dog. A dog have kids and they eat their own babies if they're sick or they weak. Only the strong survive. Yes, they closed off a lot of the places of where they was at, but yeah, my tattoos on my hand do mean something because I'm solid. You hear me? That's what it is. Everything about me solid. I'm solid. I'm solid to the bag. That's how my life used to be. I wish I would never got all the tattoos on me, but every tattoo meant something. But my tattoos do tell a story because it's better to take refuge in the Lord than to put trust in a man. Because I used to always put my trust in these men. Psalms 119, you hear me? I always put my trust in these men. I will worship a man before I worship God. And that's why my life was the way it was. I done been through a part of my life where it's Hello Kitty, money over everything. I know my cat gonna bring bags. I'm not dumb. I know I'm worth millions and trillions. I'm not dumb. It's just always been a money worship. Money over everything. That's on me. Bar none, fade all. That's on my back. Magnificent charm, because I'm a charmer. A voodoo doll. A walking voodoo doll at that. It's okay to dream, because dreams do come true. That's a tattoo that's on my shoulder. Dreams come true. And I got loyalty, make a wish. Because these niggas in the game, the streets, always then came up off of me. And what do I have? A bad memory and a fucked up story that's gut-wrenching that nobody can believe. But that's just my life. I feel young, but I feel old as hell. I feel like I'm about 60, 70, but I know I'm young. I got an old soul. I always been told I have an old soul. Yeah, and it's the truth. I'm not making no extra details up in my story. It's my truth. You know what I'm saying? It's my truth. And the truth hurt. That's what my uncle used to always tell me. He a BD, but he a Paru blood. I don't know. He used to claim that when we lived in California, we out here. But he used to always tell me, Fat Chop, that's what they call me, Fat Chop. They was like, Fat Chop, the truth always hurt. When he be telling me about myself. Oh, yeah, like they made fun of me. They'd be like, you're a good writer, but they'd be like, I was gonna get the family hurt. The truth hurts. That's why I always learn to, tell the truth, or you're gonna end up in the Trinity River. And I never wanted to end up in the Trinity River. Snitches, you know what I'm saying? So they taught me about not snitching. I always been solid. But it's always a time to talk. Yeah, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. The truth hurts that my grandmother was raped. She let my mother get raped. She watched me, let me get raped, pimped me off, and always talked about pimping and hoeing with me. But when I wake up, I'll be one place. I wake up, I'll be another place. She was involved, but I never wanted to be like, oh, my grandmother, she did those things to me. I was in denial because I don't have no family to love. I should love the family that I have. And I forgive everybody that ever did anything wrong to me. I forgive my dad for making the choices he made to not be in my life. I'm grateful to have him back in my life. I'm grateful for my mother, even though she made the choice. My mother went from being a paramedic to being on drugs to now she's back in the medical field. There is a God. And that was my prayer as a God, to God, for my mother to get clean and for her to have to raise. And my mother's raising 4 children. The 4 children she never raised, my mother is raising. I know there's a God and there's a higher power. Yeah, nobody get this side of the industry because it's culture, what they're training us. The only reason why these people do the things that they do to children and to people that's less fortunate, to immigrants and all that, the only reason is for power, because these white people doing it to them. And I can't explain it any better than that. But the industry is not what it seems, especially if you have to be in a group. If you have to be in the cult, especially if you have to do something, if you have to sign your name in blood, a lot of people yeah, I signed my name in blood. Them people don't be lying. There are good deities and there's bad deities, and these people worship the bad deities. It's a lot of that in the industry. A lot, even some of the gospel music. They took my music from the hurt that I had for my mother, and from the pain from my mother and for how they talked about my mother, they took them hurt songs, they were gospel songs, because no weapon formed against me shall prosper. A kid wrote that. And that was about my mother being on drugs, and my grandmother and my family always talking about her. Who, yeah, you can't sign your soul if it's for God, but God gives you choices. God gives you choices. God will put you in a messed up predicament so the devil can play with you. That's what he did to Job. God told the devil, they had a bet on him. You can do whatever you want, just don't touch your soul. I bet you he don't turn. I never turned on God. Even if I had to say I turned on God, it was always a lie. I will never turn on my Lord, my Savior. I will never strife against him. People got to get together within, because he's coming back. I seen it in dreams. A lot of these prophets that be on here having dreams, I done had the same dreams of these people. I don't get on here and I don't talk about my dreams, because my dreams are true, even when I don't want them to be true. Like, I was on here crying about a dream I had in the woods. That was true, even though it was a dream. And that was like, fuck it. I'm going to speak against whoever did anything to hurt me. I'm not going to be scared. I ain't going to spare nobody. Even though the God in me, the good spirit in me is saying, I'm praying for you to prosper, you do the great things, for you to help people that need help. I'm praying for good things over people. I'm not praying for people downfalls. The lies in their soul is going to be their own downfall. Them blood sacrifices and stuff, I done drunk people blood. They done made me have miscarriages and I had to drink my own blood. Like, I've been through some real sick stuff. Like, you get me pregnant, you make me have a baby, you beat the baby out of me, you kill the baby in my face, or you cut it up in my face, and then you make me drink my own blood. A lot of people would have went insane, and I'm still here in the brain. I may be emotionally detached from people sometimes. I may distance myself a lot. But God gave me back my soul. And that was a saying in the Bible, never to drink blood. I don't want to sit back and think about those things, but they have happened to me. And I'll be like, God, you're not supposed to question God. God made me to speak this. God made me come. He gonna let me break my generation curses. All the curses over my family. God is going to break them through me. God allowed me to go through them things. God allowed me to die, get back up, die, get back up, die, get back up. God allowed them to glue my eyes shut. And I'm supposed to be dead. I was in a sex cult, a ritual cult. I was so scared when that girl, I was scared when I was like, I'm just gonna come public. I'm really scared out my mind. Don't nobody understand that side. Don't nobody understand that. I'm scared. I'm staying trying because I know there's some good guys out there. But I am scared. Yes, I'm scared. And then I don't know if this really Jaguar Wright page. I don't know if it's a fake page or what, but people have came up to me saying they're going to kill me. I'm scared. Everybody from 2012 when I was supposed to go to court is out and they're public about it. Yes, I'm scared, but I got to put my big girl panties on and put my S on my chest and be strong for me. I didn't want nothing to do with my life, my real life, what I endured, what I seen. I didn't want nothing to do with my life. I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to be, no. No, I wanted to be somebody else. I created different names. You know what I'm saying? These different people to mask the person that's hurt. And it's like when you lie, you got to cover up a lie. When you lie, you got to cover up that lie. When you lie, you got to cover up another lie. I know that they really got money on my head. Yes, that make me have anxiety. But I also know that I'm strong and that I'm going to get through all this. I know that I'm going to make it through all this. I have faith. Even if I did have doubt of anxiety, my faith in God is what's keeping me going. My faith in God is what's making me say I don't need to be hooked on drugs. My faith knowing that I'm not the things that I've been through. Even though I was born in a family where they told me I was going to be a hoe, where they told me I was going to get killed, where my family talked bad stuff over me, and I have beat the odds. They told me once I had a child, my child was going to be dirty. And I have beat the odds of all that. They told me my child was going to be stupid. They told me I wasn't going to be a good mother, and I'm a very good mother. I feel bad for the kids that I left behind because I wouldn't know how to deal with them children, especially them satanic, you know what I'm saying? If I got pregnant from satanic rituals, how would I feel bad for leaving kids behind. I have more than one child, but my family only knows me to have one child. Being in this cult, I've been having babies since I was 11. Nobody understands that. My grandmother had me enrolled in school and then take me out of school. I'll go to school 4 or 5 months. I don't remember my childhood. I wake up, I'm at home screaming. Wake up screaming. I'm at home. And then I wake up again. I'm in a tunnel. Nobody knows my pain. Like, this person had too much access to me. I never spoke out. I was told I would be killed. My family be killed. My grandmother beat it in me not to speak out about it. Even when other family members knew something was wrong with me. I told them it was going to be everybody's going to regret not taking me to 911, to the hospital. But everybody just wanted, oh, you're a virgin. Did nothing happen to you? Like, everybody just swept it under the rug. Like, everybody just agreed in my family that I'm okay. Nobody truly cared for me. So I feel like if your daughter or if your son are hypersexual and you don't have them around things, you need to pay attention to your kids. If their creativity is sexual, you need to pay attention to your kids. You have to pay attention to your kids. Roll the window up because you all on my live. Can you roll the window up? I'm about to get off live because I hear you all in the background. What you said.
What? Nigga, I ain't said shit.
We can arm our Raven. I don't want to answer no questions because I'm trying to obtain an attorney so I could just talk about things that I experienced and how I overcame them. But I don't want to talk about anybody that was there, allegedly. And I don't understand why Jaguar Wright. I don't understand why Jaguar. I don't understand why that person. Kitty. I don't understand why Kitty. I don't understand why Kitty. I understand why Kitty want to do that because Kitty want to elevate. Kitty want her music career back. Kitty want all this stuff. Kitty want her cartoon. Y'all know that Jaguar Wright really has a cartoon about her being a superhero. She want all that stuff that was promised to her back in the 2000s. All that stuff. If she play it right, she gonna get all that stuff back. That's what I know. but we gonna say allegedly. And yes, I'm gonna stay on the right path. I'm pretty sure they do. They're sacrificing their children and having sex with their children. They're letting their children know it's okay to be. If their children boy and a boy, they're making them feel like it's okay to be a girl. If you feel like a girl, if you're born a girl, it's okay to be a boy. That's how you know that they're doing stuff to their children. All the people like that, yes, they are doing stuff to them children. Yeah, well, I remember she used to have her own music videos, but when I get back home, I get back online because we about to start writing, and he about to turn into a mumble rapper, as Jaguar say. So I'll be back.